My name is Aditya Prakash, and I'm a Carnatic vocalist and musician. Carnatic music is a musical style primarily practiced in South India. It is a very beautiful, deep-rooted tradition of music that has survived and transformed over many, many generations. That's nice, something like that. It's a sound that is so different and unique because of the microtones. It's a microtonal music. If you just hear it casually, it might sound the same, but if you actually go into the details, the way I sing sari could be very different from someone else who sings sari, sari. And so there's a very abstract quality to the music. I was born and brought up in Los Angeles. Both my parents are from India. I am a kid from the diaspora. I had a great childhood here. Very loved, and it's a beautiful neighborhood. Let's play baseball right here. Or cricket. Pop. And we used to try and hit it over that tree. That would be a home run. It would never happen, but it was always a dream to hit it over that tree, and that tree's still there, which is, it's always nice to remember that. To be honest, on this block, there wasn't much diversity, you know? Definitely the only Indian family, but the only family of color, I'd say, in this neighborhood. I definitely tried to hide my brownness or my Indian culture as much as I could when I was young because it felt so different. I think growing up in the US, it was a bit difficult for me to figure out my identity because I grew up in a house where, you know, like just Indian culture was everything. And then when I went to school, it felt like I had to switch off and go into another thing because I wanted to fit in with my friends. I wanted to be American. And I think a big part of this made me embarrassed almost to say that I was Indian or that I was a musician, that I was studying this music, because it sounded weird to my friends. When I first sang it to them or played it to them, they thought it was funny. So it was a big kind of identity split I had for much of my childhood. And I started learning when I was 6, 7, but I never shared anything for about 10 years of my life with my friends. Nobody even knew I sang.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
One more.
One moment.
When I was about 15, I was asked to tour with Pandit Ravi Shankar. He's a sitar player. He taught the Beatles most famously in the West. He's won so many Grammys. He's like the hero of Indian music. I was performing at Carnegie Hall, Disney Hall, Hollywood Bowl, all these venues where like rock stars and legends have performed. My friends kind of finally looked up to what I was doing. And I think that was really important for me. Just a moment where I was finally able to share. So this is the CD from my 2020 album. And it was about kind of exploring the sounds of whether it be jazz, hip hop, like the different sounds I heard growing up in LA, kind of bringing my Indian voice to that. And the reason I had all these influences is because I am from the diaspora. In the Carnatic world, which I was in, the idea of fusion or like combining the music with other elements was seen as diluting the music, making it less pure, heavy, and authentic. But I think when I went to UCLA, I kind of forgot all those voices, and I was just excited to meet other musicians. All these jazz musicians were curious about Carnatic music. And so I think the marrying of these two comes with a fresh new set of ways of thinking that can enhance each other. Now my sister, my brother-in-law, and my niece live in this house. Here. I'll take you to the back where all the music classes and my mom's rehearsals used to happen. This door would always be open, so I would hear the rehearsals happening from here. I feel like the whole neighborhood could hear our classes happening and the rehearsals, but we didn't care. It used to actually be a garage, which my mom used as her rehearsal space, and I would just kind of sit there and in the corner watching rehearsals, trying to get her attention, unsuccessfully because she was so lost in her dance. And I grew up in a family of artists. My mother was running a dance school here in the US, and my father, he helped her on the business side and the artistic side of running the dance school and looking after me when I was a kid. My mom would have musicians from India. When I was born, she had many students already, and I would remember the first thing I would hear in the morning was banging, footwork, rhythmic slapping. There would always be people in our house. There would never be a quiet house. And I think I just love that. There was like an excitement of creation. This area is definitely a very special place. Life unfolded in a way that I didn't even realize that I wanted to be a singer, but I already was at that point. Good to see you. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
A couple of years.
Good to see you again here.
Such an amazing venue.
Oh, thank you so much.
So
I'm so
cool.
glad you came out.
I'm so excited. Yeah. Can we start with him just getting his own instrument first? Krishna. Put our hands in. Let's go. This was an amazing 3 days of intense rehearsals, and it's gonna sound great. Just have fun. All right. Let's kill it. Go team.
The next song you're gonna hear is actually born from an exercise I gave myself during the pandemic, and this one was about getting to the point of breathlessness and pushing on through a space of discomfort. An exercise where I timed myself for 7 minutes and 46 seconds, and I think we all know the significance of that number. We all think of George Floyd. 3, 2, 1, start.
When the pandemic happened, all my concerts, everything was canceled. I was forced to be in one place. And I was also forced to face the realities that I had ignored due to my privilege. I didn't know that this art form that I learned came with an oppressive history. And also in America itself, seeing how could something like Capitol Hill happen? How could George Floyd happen? It's happened so many times, but see all the problems in our society, all the cracks, it just felt more exposed. And I think that's only natural that music should reflect where we are. And I don't think I can still be in this state of ignorance, of just only exploring beauty and joy and happiness and excitement. Does it sound fake to you?
I have a hard time with this piece because I know when you're, it's there, the breath. It's not a, because you pulled it out, like emphasized it. I guess that's the point.
That's the point, yeah. The main thing is the breath that's actually from the song, the singing. You have it. This is the place you order from? My mom doesn't like everything I do now, but she understands why I'm doing it. When my mom was coming here as an immigrant artist, I think a lot of it was about upliftment and bringing together all these cultures and showing the power of Indian music to be a spiritual art form, uplifting art form. They came here, they put their head down, they just worked hard, and they would have to put up with the xenophobia, the kind of othering that happened in the country. And I think my generation now is about finding equal voice, finding representation. Now we have the privilege to question. They didn't have that. Me and my sister were born here, we're American, and we can explore topics that she probably couldn't explore at that time.
But yeah, now like I think we're able to we're talking about retelling stories, right? So it's like we're asking questions like, why can't she lift her leg too?
Yeah.
You know, and in that we're telling the stories of marginalized peoples. When we question our Indian tradition, there's a sense of like, you guys are disrespecting it. You know, like you're Americans, you're NRIs, like non-resident Indians, whatever. And like you're bringing your Western aesthetics and your Western ideals. And I think it has nothing to do with being Western. I think we are so, like, I identify very much as Indian.
Yeah.
So I think it's not a matter of like disrespect, and I think we're questioning because we love it and we identify with it.
Yeah. Mayam sede matravad unakku vadi ke mayam sede ye matravad. There's always this shuttling between feeling like not accepted or not fitting in either culture, either place I call home. So it's still a journey about finding out my identity, and I think being in a place like America, you get to see so many different cultures. Everything comes with its problems and things that have to be changed. But I think it is beautiful that this country is built off diversity, and that's the thing with the American experience can be so many things to so many different people, yet it's still American. Because what is America? I don't know. Yeah, good question.
सावन नैना भावद कर देंगे नैन ढक देंगे